What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Poor Investor. Oh man, do we have a treat. Three videos all saying goodbye. Not from me, guys. It's definitely not from me. One of the biggest farmers that I've known. He's been on this channel and he has opted out of Chia, and I just want to give you guys an update as far as the situation is going. And you guys don't even know what the hell is going on, probably because you're not on the Discord and you're not on X, and you're just relying on tidbits of here and there. Where's all this information coming from? It almost seems like its own drama. Another series on Netflix, practically. This will be a great one, actually. I would love to collaborate with Gene and the Chia team to have a Netflix show in regards to how damaging Chia network is to society. That would be awesome, right? It's almost like Mr. Robot. Gotta take down the evil empire. But anyway, I want to go over some of the details of what's going on, the price of Chia, how ridiculous it is right now. And, my current situation is that my farm is off. If you haven't seen any of my old videos, which you probably have seen already, I said that I've turned off my farms and everything's just sitting there pretty static. It's not doing anything right now. I haven't decided to do anything only because we're still going through a summer heat wave in New York City, and you know how that can be. If you're not from the area, well, it gets really bad because it's dense, it's humid, there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of ACs running, electricity cost is through the roof. And whenever there's a heat wave, the electric company will reach out to you and say, hey, please turn down your AC, even though it's like 100 degrees outside. Anyway, let's go into more details as to what's going on. It's interesting. I want to just kind of jump in here. Mr. Freeman made a 3-part series totaling about almost an hour of evidence, proof. Everything that he can find and dig up, because you know why? He's a lawyer. But by profession, he's a professional lawyer. In real life, he's not just an internet lawyer. Although, nowadays I'm not even surprised what an internet lawyer is. It probably works the same way. Regardless, you need to know the law, or at least know how to research and find your evidence and prove it. Well, he did just that on these 3 videos. So let me just go over some of the details before we jump in. Current EIB is 23. The node count for Chia is at 70,000. And I believe they released a new version, 2.42. Not that it's very significant. From what I've understood and what I read, was that the updated version wasn't really significant as far as the if you follow the updates on what was changed or addressed. Okay, not a lot of new features that were thrown into this particular version. All right, usually when it jumps up to the bigger numbers, like the next level up, which would be a 3, like a 3.0 or something, then you expect something more significant. Let's see if it even gets to that point. But right now, China is still head on the top tier of the most node counts. Look at that, 11,000. But United States is trailing, not far behind, with 10,000. That's pretty significant. I'm not sure what changed. Possibly these Chia fanatics could explain a little bit more, but regardless, right now we're in the range of 200 to 300. We're looking for the irrelevant coin again right here. 1.4% up today, ranked 218. It's currently sitting at 1971. Is that right? On the what I like to look at is coin market cap, which is 1970. So let me just minimize this right here. 1969, guys. Good number. You guys gonna buy in more, or you gave up? From most of my comments on YouTube, it seems to be there's a significant amount of people who are already out of Chia. It did its time. It's been running long enough that there was no significant changes, whatever it was that it was trying to accomplish. IPO possibly. Now, I just want to make sure that we speak about the IPO a little bit, and Mr. Freeman in his videos, I'm gonna illustrate that a little bit. I'm not gonna go through all the details, but I'll just, I'll show it here and I'll link it in the description. Is that selling the pre-farm to a foreign exchange, and that's why you're having difficulties doing it here in the US, because if it did happen in the US, it's considered a security, but because it's being sold offshore to another country, possibly, and I think, in my own opinion, I'm not saying this is a fact because I don't know, the market maker seems like they'd be like, you know, within China or something like that, because it just has a larger footprint there, and they have a lot of exchanges and people that would do things like this. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. I have no evidence of this. I don't know, and it will be very difficult to see who this market maker is to and putting this, selling it back out to the market. All right, with that all being said, there is some, you know, speculation of that, you know, because they're selling it and doing it this way, they're not a secure, it's not considered a security as far as the pre-farm, and then the IPO is still happening. I don't know if those are facts. I wouldn't hold my breath and wait for that. I think there's a lot more hurdles for Chia Network to go through in order to prove itself. And even if it did go IPO, it isn't making any money. It's not making money. That's all I'm saying. There's, you know, everyone claims, and I'll show you in a little bit as well, on top of Mr. Freeman's links, is, you know, the technology. They're doing so much, but they're not selling anything. Where's the customers? Are they what's the revenue like? What's the profit? I know they're a private company and they do not need to share that. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But let's go into further details. Mr. Freeman, he announced, and I want you guys to check this out because it goes into a lot of details. He points out a lot of things. He shows a lot of proofs. He shows a lot of tweets. He shows a lot of evidence of these situations that I just mentioned within the previous 6 minutes of this video. And then, you know, he actually took down all his previous videos showing, illustrating his farm that was in his garage and then a tremendous amount of petabytes. He actually mentioned that he did not want to stare new farmers that so happened to land on one of those videos to convince them that this was the greatest thing in the world without seeing his farewell Chia video. So basically, he's just saying, you know, he's done a turnaround. He did a U-turn, right? Because, you know, what was promised and said as far as a company-wide, what was the policies and what was written on the white paper has totally been off track from reality. And that's why he made a decision to change his mind. He did it. A lot of people on the Reddit side on his particular post, you know, was grateful for the insight because not a lot of people follow it to this point, to this level of like how I'm making videos about it. You know, I follow the Reddit forums. I follow, you know, the Chia on the Discord, and I follow other groups as well. And there's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of noise. But at the end of the day, you know, even X, at the end of the day, there's so much information that if you're not on top of it, like practically almost every day, you're going to get lost. If any newcomer was to learn about Chia today, they have no idea but to go onto the website. And then from that point on, they go into this Discord, possibly the Chia Discord, and get their mind like in a trance, in a robotic trance to convince them that, oh yes, you know, but not once would anyone ever say, buy more hard drives, or, you know, you need a JBOD to do this and do that. But they're going to say, wait for the new plot format. And then, you know, possibly use these GPUs to make a compression better so you can farm it more efficiently. Whatever the nonsense is, guys. Give up with the GPU stuff. You're a pal. Call it that, and you're done. All right, so this was BW Free's channel. I'll link that so you guys can check out part 1, part 2, and part 3. And of course, I see the inconsistencies of the video views. What I want to kind of share here is that Mr. Freeman, he put a lot of effort into putting out, making sure that what he was saying in these videos was accurate, or at least to his knowledge, the evidence that were provided, the public information that was been posted 2-3 years ago. He has, you know, internet never lies, right? If you post something, it never goes away. Whether you screenshot it, you save it, it's going to be archived. Somewhere along the lines, all that information is still there, all right? So with that being said, he has shown all this. And of course, you can check that out on your own free time. The Chia Reddit. Now, I want to say more and more people, and I'm not going to lie, from the time that I've started doing Chia videos, it has been a good 3 years now, Throughout that time on my comment section, a lot of people have already opted out prior to me even saying anything. That I was, it's not profitable. It just doesn't make sense, which still doesn't till this day. And if there's anyone that tries to convince you otherwise, not directly, but even indirectly, saying that, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, trust me, they've been saying that for years, all right, if you're new to all this. So let's go over here. I want to share with you guys this in particular. You're always going to get these fanatics, and they're going to talk about and hype up the whole project. That's fine. I have no problem with that. If you truly believe that you're going to see all this happen in the near future or within the future, that's fine by me. So let me just show you guys really quick what I'm talking about right here. And it goes on and on and on. I'm not even going to link this, but you can find it yourself on X. You can just look up Chia Network and you'll see all this, an investment contract for purpose, whatever, right? It just keeps on going. I find this really, like, some of it actually contradicts itself with bringing up resurfacing old information that nothing has been done. All right. So let me go on to another one right here. This one is literally talking about Mr. Freeman's 3 videos, right? So I decided to watch right here. I decided to watch the 3 farewell videos, and there was nothing. There was no actual evidence of anything, which I do not agree. Honestly, he has more than enough evidence to prove that this project has failed in many ways. So I don't know what ridiculous this person is, but whatever the case, you can say whatever you want, because I'm going to say whatever I want, and I do not agree with what this is being said right now in regards to no evidence being shown. Of course, I've been fudding Chia, supposedly, for the last 3 years. That's fine by me, because I chose my own path. I did what I had to do. Some of you guys donated equipment to me. That's great. I used it and I was farming with it. Even with free equipment, electricity is not cheap. And with that being said, the price of Chia going down because you decide to keep on selling the pre-farm going forward, I could only imagine how much of these cult followers are going to deal with that and expect to not profit or break even or just throw away free, expensive electricity, not free electricity, just throw away electricity costs at this project just to keep CNI alive, or to pump up the price of XCH so CNI could dump the pre-farm so they can keep on paying these people to do whatever it is that they're doing, which I have no idea what they're doing. But anyway, this video is probably going to make it to the Chia Discord, and that's fine by me, because I love the clicks. So if you guys can do that, please hit that like too. Whether it's even as a dislike, because the dislike actually throws in extra engagement to figure out why the algorithm is, why are people disliking it? Maybe we should show it to more people. All right. So whichever thumbs up, thumbs down you do for the video, it only benefits me. And even if you don't do any, just the fact that you watch the video, it's helping me also. So I want to say thank you, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Take care.